3340 app. This is ABC 3340 News at 6.
A Blountsville man was sentenced in court today after being convicted of sexual torture and sexual abuse of a child. Good evening, I'm Brenda LeDunn. 54-year-old Jeffrey Allen Gable is now set to be in prison for the rest of his life. We want to warn you that some of the details in the story may be disturbing to hear. ABC 3340's Valerie Bell was inside the courtroom and shares more about this case and Gable's sentencing.
Jeffrey Gable, shackled and handcuffed, suited in orange, was brought into a courtroom. Before being sentenced, he declined to make a statement. Gable was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole and 20 years. Those sentences for sexual torture and sexual abuse will run concurrently.
Today we can tell this family and this victim that her perpetrator will never be able to get out of prison.
Gable was indicted in October of 2020. A jury found him guilty on both counts last month.
Evidence presented at trial showed that the child in this case, the mother encountered her with an actual sex toy after the defendant had left the bedroom. She had her underwear down.
The victim, just 3 years old at the time.
It's always a good day when you can put away a bad person for hurting a child. And so I think they're relieved to see that happen. It was sad for me in our office to have to watch this young little girl take the stand and testify in this case. So I believe the family is very relieved that he is not going to be on the streets.
Gable's attorney filed a motion requesting a new trial. The state now has time to respond.
We feel confident in our conviction and in the testimony elicited at trial, and it's a standard motion. Everyone's going to file a motion for a new trial outlining any reasons they have. We expect this in all cases.
That hearing is scheduled to happen in January. In Blount County, Valerie Bell, ABC 3340 News.
And Blount County DA Pamela Casey also discussed a bill that's been pre-filed in the legislature. It would make rape first degree and sodomy first degree of children under the age of 6 eligible for the death penalty. Casey explained the Supreme Court ruled that unconstitutional. But states like Alabama are attempting to challenge that, so people who inflict harm on a child are held accountable to the highest extent of the law. An 18-year-old girl is recovering after being shot in Tuscaloosa. It happened at the City Heights at Skyland Apartments complex Monday night. She is expected to be okay, but Tuscaloosa VCU Captain Jack Kennedy says that they are still working to determine if the shooting was criminal or accidental. A video circulating on social media of people walking openly in downtown streets wielding firearms has caused concern for those who work and live nearby.
Gunshots are and always have been kind of a normal thing in any city, but it is very different when you see it.
The video you're seeing is described to be recorded at the intersection of 3rd Avenue North and 20th Street. A busy intersection in the middle of several well-known Birmingham businesses, and Birmingham City Council President Darrell O'Quinn said that is often enticing for those looking to commit alarming acts.
They often choose to do those things in prominent locations. So we've seen, that happening in this location on 3rd Avenue North, places like, City Walk, even going as far as stopping traffic on the downtown bridges on 2059.
The Birmingham Police Department has launched an investigation regarding the people seen in that video. And a man is charged in connection to the May shooting death of Douglas Youngblood Jr. 20-year-old Brandon Davis is charged with reckless manslaughter. Davis was in Jefferson County Jail on unrelated charges when interviewed by the police department. After the interview, police obtained an arrest warrant. 29-year-old Douglas Youngblood was shot on 1st Avenue South. He later died at UAB Hospital. And to keep up with the very latest developments on these stories and others making headlines, download the ABC 3340 News app. The app gives you access to breaking news, and you can even watch our newscast live from your mobile device. We are taking a live look out in Pelham, where crews are working to clean up a chemical spill. This is on County Road 33. The road is closed except for local traffic of residents from Word Drive to County Road 35. Pelham police say the spill is contained and there is no threat to the public. They say public works crews are spreading sand to further absorb the spill. Once it's done, it will allow one lane to be open to traffic. Well, just a few days away from the start of our 30-hour toy drive with Toys for Tots. Today, the first toys are arriving in Hoover, and Chief Meteorologist James Spann is out there right now. James, how's it going?
This is where a lot of the magic happens. A lot of the behind-the-scenes work goes on here at this large facility in Hoover. These are some of the toys behind me that have been collected, but we need a lot more of these new unwrapped toys. The United States Marines, they are so good at what they do, but they've got to have your help. And our big toy drive will be on Friday. And the headquarters for that's going to be the Walmart on Highway 150 in Hoover. More about the toy drive in a moment, but let's talk weather. We got some rain on the way tonight. Temperatures this evening are generally in the upper 40s and low 50s. Tonight, not nearly as cold as last night. We had some spots in the upper teens early this morning. Birmingham currently at 52. And notice on the radar, we have some light rain falling now in scattered pockets west of Birmingham, parts of Jefferson, Tuscaloosa, Fayette, Walker, Lamar, and Pickens counties. And again, we'll see periods of light rain tonight. That means there could be some light rain for that ball game at Protective Stadium downtown, the 7A state championship game. After the light rain tonight, we'll have more cold air coming in tomorrow. Then a generally dry weekend. After that, a really good rain event early next week on Monday and Tuesday. Some spots could see in excess of 2 inches of rain then. I've got the 7-day forecast, football weather, and much more, all coming up in minutes, so stay with us.
A Tuesday evening apartment fire in Hoover leaves several people without homes tonight. The fire broke out at Latitude at River Chase on Hampton Park Drive just before 5 p.m. Hoover Fire tells us people from 24 units were affected. ABC 3340's Olivia Gauthier has the update.
Hoover Fire Chief Clay Bentley says fire trapped within the walls spread to the ceiling and attic.
It appears there's 24 units that are impacted with this, either through water, smoke, damage, and so there will be several families displaced. We're working with the property management and Red Cross to find a place for these individuals to stay.
Outside of Building 300 Wednesday afternoon, residents can be seen carrying out debris and piles of personal belongings can be seen stacked outside. Thankfully, all occupants and pets made it out of the building and no injuries have been reported. The American Red Cross assisted families at the scene Tuesday.
We were there on the ground to provide meals, snacks, and comfort kits, things like blankets and other essentials that they might need to give them some sense of normalcy after you've just had your whole world turned upside down.
David Rauch, spokesperson for the Alabama Red Cross, says no one was in need of shelter Tuesday night, adding that fires like this unfortunately pick up around this time of year.
Unfortunately, yes, around the holidays, you're correct. Fires do pick up. That can be everything from, cooking more in the kitchen to people running these space heaters because the temperatures are dropping.
While disasters are inevitable, Rauch urges everyone to ensure they have working smoke alarms to keep fires from ending in tragedy. In Hoover, Olivia Gauthier, ABC 3340 News.
Hoover Fire was on the scene again today. They tell us the cause of the fire still has not yet been determined. And the Tuscaloosa County Commission passed a resolution today to ask the state to purchase the toll bridge in West Tuscaloosa. The Black Warrior Parkway Bridge is privately owned. If bought by the state, the toll would be removed. The city of Tuscaloosa also passed a resolution. That resolution will be on the agenda for Northport's City Council meeting December 16th. A new business is opening in downtown Oxford, bringing the 140-year-old train depot back to life. The depot was built in 1884, but stopped operating in the 1960s. It's now a restaurant and a venue.
When you look at this building, it was really deteriorating. I thought if somebody doesn't do something, we're going to lose that building.
Now the building looks like it did 100 years ago. It will officially open to the public tomorrow. It adds to the revitalization efforts in the historic downtown area over recent years.
The biggest concentration has been over towards the Main Street, Choccolocca Street area, and so now as the years have progressed, we've seen more trickle revitalization on the outer skirts of the core district, and so this is one of those projects.
Historic Main Street Oxford Director Hunter Gentry says more projects are in the works. He's hoping for more public announcements in 2025.